Hello, I'm the Kentucky Cave Creeper, and today I'm going to be talking with Manny. I met him in Kentucky, and he is originally from Peru, and he is going to tell a story about a giant spider that's supposed to live down in near Cusco in Peru. And he's going to tell a story that his father told him when he was a child. Go ahead and tell us that story about the giant spider, Manny.
Thanks, Larry, for this opportunity that I told you before, but it was in the mid-70s. I was a teenager. My father was in charge of this project, building this train station on the outskirts of Cusco, which is probably like 6-7 hours by train. So they were there going to build this train station. And at the time this happened, I believe that was the daytime. They were clearing the road because it was in a dense, nowhere place that. But anyhow, out of nowhere, my father describes a spider the size of a volkswagon beetle. That's right. The size of the volkswagen beetle. Crossing the road slowly. He describes the legs and the hair on the legs moving slowly towards to the other end of the road. Once it reached the ditch, it just disappeared. My father describes it just disappeared into the foliage that was on the side of the road. Basically a cleft, for what I recall, he said. I'm sure the people around at the moment with my father, they were stunned, scared, and probably common sense that it took them maybe a few minutes before approaching where the spider disappeared. And they never saw the spider again. So my father was basically a lenient guy, and I was a kid again, and the reason that I'm telling this story is because I met here Larry, and in hopes that if someone out there, anywhere, had that same experience like my father did, it would be interesting to let him know and share this information, and perhaps find out if there is other places that animals that size, especially like spider, are still alive. But anyhow, that's my story. And thanks again, Larry, for the opportunity and sharing my story. That I hope that's a word for somebody that's gonna reply to you and share their stories in that regard. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Manny, and I sure appreciate the story. And I know in Africa there's rumors in the Congo about spiders 5 feet in diameter, but I've never heard one in Peru, a large one at all. Yours is the first story ever, so this is really interesting because we're on the search for cryptic creatures, and no one really talks about a lot of stuff like that. So to hear this from you tonight is extra special, because I know down in that area they have the Goliath spider, which is a pretty huge spider, but he's nothing near that size. So I sure appreciate it, and thank you very much, Manny.
Anytime, Larry. Thank you.
Thank you.